Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's really just an update on the channel, what are some of the filming that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, and to answer a few of your questions. First, I'd like to start off by saying a big thank you to everybody. We've just crossed through 5,000 subscribers. I never believed when I started out filming the works on the A14 that it would interest more than a small handful of people. The fact that 5,000 people have subscribed to the channel has absolutely blown me away. So thank you very much. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the kind words that you all get in touch with me and leave. It's really appreciated, and it just spurs me on to go and do more. I'd like to answer one of the questions that I get asked an awful lot. What do I actually use to get the footage? Well, this is the DJI Mavic Pro. As you can see, it's not a particularly large drone, but what it has is a very good 4K camera on the front there. The Mavic is a consumer drone. It's not a professional drone by any sense of the imagination, but the quality of the images that it delivers are stunning. It has a flight time of about 30 minutes, depending on how you fly it, and it can go up to, well, it can actually go up an awful lot higher, but by law it's limited to 400 feet, or about 120 meters. So from that far up, we can get a good view of all of the works. We can see things that you may not be able to see from the road. So it makes a very, very good tool for that. One of the questions I get is, how fast can it fly? Well, if you put this into sports mode, it can travel at about 50 kilometers an hour. And you'll see that as I fly along the A14, you'll notice in some points, I'm keeping up with the traffic. The traffic's supposed to be limited to about 40 miles an hour, and the drone can actually keep up with most of the traffic. Now, obviously, if you fly it in sports mode, the battery drains a lot quicker, so you don't get your near 30 minutes of flight time. But it's quite exhilarating to fly and sort of chase the trucks up and down the A14. Another question I get asked a lot is, can I hire you to film things for me? Can I get you to film my house or my land or my farm or something like that? Unfortunately, the answer to that is no. I do this as a hobby, so I do not have a professional drone pilot's license. And the reason for that is having that license brings a lot more restrictions. Now, having that license, you can actually then charge for your work. You can go out and make a business out of it. But as a hobbyist, I'm not allowed by law to take payment for videos. I'm not allowed to take contracts from people to do work. If I happen to be flying over your property and film it as I go, you're more than welcome to that footage. Now, a few of you have got in touch with me and you're worried about the possibility of the video being used for nefarious purposes. People who might be thinking of breaking into your property or onto your land, and they can use this footage to accomplish what they're trying to do. Now, yes, that is an issue, and it is an issue I'm very aware of. So I try not to fly directly over people's houses or to publish videos that have that in it. Now, occasionally you will be able to see things in the view as I fly up and down the A14, but I'm very conscious of trying not to include people's houses and properties in that. If one of my videos does include that and you are worried about it, please reach out to me and we'll do our best to make sure that it's discovered. There are techniques I can use in the edit system to sort of smudge them out so people can't really use them. Unfortunately, there are plenty of other sources they can go to. As you probably all know, you can go to Google Maps or Google Earth and it gives you a pretty good view of your property, and there's really not a lot you can do about that. If you are concerned, please do get in touch with me. One of the other things that I get asked an awful lot is it legal to do this? Are you trespassing across people's lands? So what I actually do is whenever I fly and I follow something called the drone code. The drone code is the Civil Aviation Authority's guidelines for hobbyist drone pilots, and it has some pretty simple rules. Don't fly low over people, don't fly over crowds, don't fly over built-up areas unless you're at least 50 meters in the air. Now, if you look back at one of my previous videos, and I'll actually put a link to it up here somewhere, there is a video I did where I actually did it over my own house, and you can see from that kind of distance up, you really can't see. It's very difficult to tell if somebody's a man or a woman. Now, we also, when we fly the long distance flights, the flying the route videos, again, video up here, those videos I actually use a team of people because the distances involved mean that I lose visual contact with the drone. So for those videos, we use a set of radios and I have spotters at frequent markers down the route, and one will pass to the other. So we're always in radio contact. We can always see the drone. So that way, if an air ambulance or something actually comes into the airspace, we know about it and we can bring the aircraft down safely. So before I wrap up, once again, I'd like to say thank you very much for all your support. It's been wonderful that the local communities have got so engaged. people are actually sending me messages saying, when's the next video coming, when can I see it? So I thought I'd give you just an update on the kind of schedule that I go on. Obviously I have to fit this around the rest of my life. So generally I will try and fly over the major sites every month. So towards the end of the month, so the video should come out around about the turn of the new month. And that'll be Swavesey, Bar Hill, Girton and Brampton. Now, interspersed in those monthly videos, every sort of 2 or 3 months, I'll also do a flight over places like Ermine Street in Godmanchester and some of the other areas, just so you can get a feel for how they're progressing. And then every 3 months, I'll fly the entire route. So instead of doing the individual videos, every 3 months, you'll get a view one video that takes you from one end of the route to the other. And that way you can see the entire project, see how it's all coming together. Once again, thank you for your support. I'll see you all soon.